Hello and welcome to another episode. So last time, you'll recall we started automating low voltage, but we ran into a problem of I don't have ores. I've done some thinking on that. I think I know how to solve it. We're going to go into occultism. Occultism has these miners, a foliot version, a genie, an afrit, and the master miner merid. We're going straight for the master miner merid from nothing. As you can see, it gets us, well, 30 pages of different ores. But if I look at like the miner, there's only 18 pages of ores. The ore miner, even fewer. The deep ore miner, 26. So we're going to go for the master, because I want to get all the ores we can get. Behind me, you'll notice I relocated my bee squishing setup. I did a little work on bees between episodes. Wanted to work on getting the flux dust bee, which you can get by squishing some redstone bees to get their spawn egg. Eggs, they're so important. Squish that, make the egg, and then you can use an obsidian bee to convert your redstone bee spawn eggs into flux dust bee spawn eggs. Also was doing a little planning ahead, and I got some nomad bee spawn eggs. I'm planning on going for the bloody bee, because this guy will give you bloody comb, and when you centrifuge the bloody comb, you get evil craft blood. We'll get into that soon. In the meantime, though, I'm going to start working on occultism. So, in my inventory, I've got Demon Dream Seeds. First thing you have to do with occultism is we need a book. There it is, the Dictionary of Spirits. We'll just combine a book with Demon Dream Seeds. Easy. And this is actually the guide to all things occultism. To make life a little easier, rather than click through and read every single page, I'm going to just mark all unlocked entries as read over and over again to unlock every page. We're going to have to figure out what rituals we need, how to set them up. I'll be back once we've got some rituals set up. Alright, I'm not very far yet. I haven't gotten rituals down like I thought I would, mainly because I realized I need feathers. Feathers to get awakened feathers by using spirit fire to convert them. Awakened feathers and purified ink to make books of binding. I also need books, but I already have a leather farm. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little farm of blue jays. And I thought it'd be worthwhile showing how exactly I do this. If I come over here, I have a stasis chamber that just has no upgrades. Hidden underneath some of this dirt is a flux point to power it. And in here, I bred some amber bees. These guys are simulated. And if I put this blue jay right here, oh god, it's gonna die. There we go. That should stasis chamber it. And these bees should amber the blue jay for me. I don't think it likes it. While that's happening, I'll craft some dark oak expansion boxes and beehives. And there we go. Just like that, I've managed to capture it. I can just break it by punching. And now I have an amber encased blue jay. So now I'll come over here to, I don't know what to call this, just tightly packed bees, I suppose. And I'm going to replace some dirt with this amber encased blue jay. Then I'll place my beehives all around it. Make sure I have some upgrades at the ready for it. And you'll notice I carry around a bunch of child wannabes. I'm always trying to breed more of these to be prepared for, well, this, making more mob farms. So now I have the Omega upgrade in there. That'll allow me to simulate the beehive. And I can put 5 bees right away on in here. Now with those in place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 6 feathers I happen to have already, a modular router, with some stack upgrades in it, grab a distributor, and I think I crafted a bunch of these before. And a sender. My distributor I'm going to transfer into router, and I'll transfer from each of these beehives into the router, and the sender will just send it straight to the storage controller. That's going to end up trying to put it somewhere on this wall. I don't have storage for feathers. Now I do. The reason I went for the blue jay here is if I look at the recipe for feathers, you know, there's mystical agriculture. I'm gonna try to avoid mystical agriculture, but looking at mob drops, I could see blue jays drop 1 to 2 feathers. And the wannabe will collect mob drops for me. So now, over time, I should just be farming feathers. Alright, now I'll be back with some more occultism. Here we are, with our rituals coming together. I did have to summon a foliot crusher. This guy makes instone dust, which we needed for golden chalk, I believe? Maybe it was the purple chalk. Purple chalk. You need crushed instone, not instone dust. The only way to get that is with a crusher spirit, which this guy is the lowest of the low. Interestingly, in All the Mods 9, these rituals are set up to just be stacked on top of each other. So, in white, you see the first, I think it's AVR circle is the ritual. Then you add the yellow in, and that makes it like the second stage. I forget the name of that ritual. Then you add the purple in, the third stage, with the spirit attuned crystals. All of these rituals, they kind of compound on each other. You can just stack them. So we've got AVR circle. As you can see, it's just the white here. Might be hard to see. But then it goes up to spectral compulsion, which just adds the yellow chalk. Higher binding adds the purple chalk. Permanent confinement is our like fourth stage, lets us bind afrits, which is what we've got now. 4 skeleton skulls, some more candles. And the highest is the inverted tower, which will let us bind marids. For that we need red chalk. And red chalk we get by fighting an afrit. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that now. All you need is flint and steel, netherrack, gunpowder, nether quartz, and this book of binding that has been bound. You can bind any spirit book with your dictionary of spirits, and that identifies it. And this is fairly easy. We needed those feathers. We throw them in the spirit fire to get awakened feathers. Purified ink, you just need black ink. I'm growing wither roses for that. And purple dye. The taboo book, you just throw a book in the spirit fire. You can see there's quite a few recipes. You purify your chalk by throwing it through spirit fire. You can make Easnium bees by getting silver bees and throwing them through spirit fire. Transform oak saplings, get your spirit attuned gems, and turn andesite into other stone. So let's summon this unbound Afrit to get his Afrit essence. You can see I've done this a few times already. And to actually start the ritual, I had to go hunt in the overworld for cows. So you have to kill a cow. And then the ritual will actually begin. See, it changed to have like purple particle effects. I'm going to stand back so this also summons blazes, which I don't want to hurt my base, so I'm going to try and stand against the wall while I kill them. And now we have to fight the Afrit. Just like that, we got some essence. And we started a fire. Alright, I'm going to make the red chalk. Quickly purify it. And now if I just draw in, I believe, all of these. Red chalk. And I need wither skeleton skulls, just 4. This should be the highest tier ritual that we need. And it'll also work for any lower tier rituals. So I'm going to go through, figure out what we need to make empty lamps, and start making these miners. And one of the first things I see is Easnium. That's going to be an adventure. We'll pick up when I've got some Easnium. Couple things I messed up. I don't need these glyphs. Whoops. Used a little extra red chalk when I didn't need to. But I've got the chalk brush, easy to clean up little mistakes like that. And I also realized I need the infused pickaxe. Should be easy enough to make. We'll just get 2 sticks, the spirit attuned pickaxe head, which we can make this just by throwing diamonds through spirit fire. There's also an Ars Nouveau way, that's interesting. We'll grab some silver. Book of Binding for a genie. And actually, let's make 2 of these, just in case. A lot of people talk about how slow occultism rituals are, but to me this feels pretty quick. I suppose my comparison lately has been working on bees. And bees are slow. But this isn't bad. And the reason I'm making 2 of these, you can see the durability there at the bottom is 60. So I'd like to be able to mine a little bit more than that. So I'll make 2. And I'll take you with me. I realized I never showed off my overworld base. It's actually not that exciting. It just has a villager breeder, an incubator, and some traders. So that I could get like Silk Touch, Scavenger, looting, capturing, different enchantments. We have a few Fluix researchers, so I could get Sky Steel easily, as well as Sky Stone. We have several beekeepers, and more librarians for like efficiency, protection, and Vorpal. The roof has nothing interesting on it, really. To be honest, I did not build this. This is I think they're called supply camps. From mine colonies, yeah. Just 5 chests makes a supply camp. You can place it down and it will create a base for you. It's very nice. With that said though, let's pop into the nether. I'm gonna take our divination rod, attune it to netherrack, and now let's see if we can't find some easnium. This may take a while, so I'll bring you back once I've found it. We found our first piece. I'm wearing the Otherworld goggles so I don't have to continuously eat Demon's Dream fruit. This was just another ritual to bind a foliate into some lenses. Pretty easy stuff. Now I do need to get at least 5. The reason I need 5, I have that crusher back at our base. He'll crush each one into 2 dust. I can smelt each dust into an ingot, and I can turn 9 ingots into a block. So I already made the bees, and the bees will be a massive help to us. Right, I'm not going into lava for this. Let's see if we can find more elsewhere that is easier to access. really wants us in that lava, well, I'll bring you back once we have enough Easnium. We managed to find some ore. Our crusher just finished crushing it. Now we're gonna go smelt. First order of business is making a block. As you can see, I prepared some Easnium bees. They should be hard at work for us immediately. These should pick that up if I've done everything correctly, which I'm not sure I have. But it won't be able to place it. Now all we need is a recipe to make ingots from raw Easnium. Before we know it, we'll have plenty of Easnium to work with to make ourselves these Easnium pickaxes, to make ourselves the master miners. I don't know if I'm going to automate this. Just thinking about it, I don't think I will. It's a bit of a hassle to automate, and I only really need to do this maybe 12, 9, some number of times. The only thing I'm worried about is getting Dragon's Breath. I happened to pick up 7 when I killed the dragon, and I think I need to kill the dragon a few more times. I can't imprison the dragon in amber. I could technically, but the wannabes won't be able to get anything from it. The Ender Dragon has no drop table. So instead, there is a data model for the Ender Dragon, so I'm going to go with hostile neural networks. Looks like I can get Dragon's Breath and Dragon Eggs, as well as green hearts. So, I'm going to kill the dragon a few times, make some Ender Dragon data models, and start simulating, build a little simulation area. I'll be back in a jiffy. Now we've got ourselves some Ender Dragon models. I made 10 in total. If you didn't know, you can have multiple deep learners on your person at the same time, and they will all train at once. And the really nice thing was we only had to kill the Ender Dragon 2 times. And so now I can start filling these with the models. Made this little area for hostile neural networks. Dragged our cable over, did a little peer-to-peer. We've got a barrel that I'm just exporting prediction matrices into, a barrel here that I'm just going to import anything that goes into it. I've got this set to just transfer round robin, so it hits all of these. The only thing I forgot about was also pulling out these generalized predictions. That's alright. We'll get there. But the idea I had was, as it makes predictions, I'll pull straight out of their face to put them in here. One side, I'll do Dragon's Breath, and on the other side, I'll do Dragon Eggs. Let's go ahead and get some Dragon Breath. Over time, these will just level up for us. I will need to do something about these generalized predictions. I could probably do more pipes. These pipes, I put an upgrade in, just in case the loot fabricator was filling up with items. I don't know for sure, but I suspect 5 simulation chambers can be handled by one loot fabricator without issue. I'm hoping. And I'll probably put pipes on top to pull out the generalized ender prediction. I am going to have to use diamond upgrades, though, to blacklist the actual predictions, so those don't get pulled out. I'll think about it. I'll think about what I actually need to do here. Well, after a little thinking, I decided to just go with modular routers. I love these things. Just stack upgrades. I don't think it needs speed, and it's just going to pull into the router from the simulation chambers, and I whitelisted the generalized predictions. And then it just sends it straight into our barrel. So now we should be getting a bunch of generalized ender predictions. Oh, that's nice. We can make dragon heads. I'd have to disable one of these at one point so I can make some dragon heads. Because I believe the dragon head is used somewhere in making draconic end shelves and making chunk destroyers, runes. Yeah, we will see what we need it for. Alright, with that taken care of, I'm going to get back to making these lamps. In but the blink of an eye, we've progressed. For some simple automations, stackable items really easy to get in the sacrificial bowl with just one hopper. But when they require things like Easnium pickaxe, netherite pickaxe, totem of undying, the things that don't stack, you can just put a chest on top of the hopper. And it will, as you put your book in the golden sacrificial bowl, it will just continue to place them into the sacrificial bowls for you. It's much easier to do it this way, I think. After tons of time, we now have 24 Master Miner Marids. It did take longer than I expected, but that's okay. The only thing missing, the thing I forgot to make, oh, it was the dimensional mine shafts. I'll be back again. We have done it. I made a bunch of empty soul gems as well, 18 to be precise, and 24 dimensional mine shafts. I made the soul gems because I know that they are used to make the all the mods star. They're used in the Dragon Soul. Which reminds me that the dimensional seed, does it use soul sand? Do any of these? Okay, good. Netherrack will be an interesting one for us to acquire, but I think we can make bees quarry it. We can. And it looks like we'll also get it from the miner. Oh no. Maybe? Hard to say. As we run into problems, we'll try and solve them. An interesting thing about occultism, if you have an item used multiple times in a ritual, it'll use the same one over and over, but you still need to have all four placed in sacrificial bowls. But it'll consume the item from one bowl 4 times. Something to be aware of. But alright, now we've got our dimensional mine shafts. Now we've got our master miners. All that's left is to set them up. One thing we're going to have to also figure out, these things have durability. You can see it says durability 1600 on the master miner merit. So I think we're going to have to also come up with a plan for how to repair these. But we've done the hard part. We built them all out, and we are ready. Now we just need to figure out how to repair them. I have an idea. I'm going to go for Bloody Bees and Evil Craft. All of this just to get graphite dust passively. Might be overkill, but why not? It seems like fun. I believe the blood chest is the item we're going to go for. It is item repairing, and all it needs is blood. There's a colossal sized one and a regular sized one. I think we'll just go for regular sized. But I'm going to save that for next time. If you managed to watch through to the end, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. If there's something I could do better. If you had any questions about something I did do or didn't even show, uh, let me know. Go ahead and leave a comment. Anyway, until next time, bye bye.